Hello everyone, welcome to this new series. In this series, we are going to do some problems, from famous mathematics competitions from around the world. So I have collected problems, and some of them are very simple and some of them are really complex. And I would like you can just read the statement, then you can take 1 or 2 minutes to think about how you should proceed, and then if you don't feel that you can solve it, then you can see the solution. Otherwise you can solve it yourself and then you can match your solutions. So this is, I think, if you are preparing for some competition, then the best way is, after some initial preparation, you should practice as much problems as possible, because when you practice new problems, you give your mind uh, a task to think, and that is how you have a better grasp of things. So here we look at this problem. This is quite simple problem. So in the beginning we'll be having some simple problems, then we'll move on to complex problems. So this question was there in Canadian Open Mathematics Challenge 2022. Okay, so this is the competition through which you are selected for IMO in Canada. So this is a problem in that competition in 2022. So we have that John had a box of candies. On the first day, he ate exactly half of the candies and gave one to his little sister. Okay. So on the second day, he ate exactly half of the remaining candies and gave one to his little sister. On the third day, he ate exactly half of the candies and gave one to his little sister, at which point no candies remained. Like on the third day, he was out of candies. So you have to tell how many candies were in the box at the beginning. Okay, so this is quite simple problem. So you see there are many ways to solve it. So let me use my way. So you see, because you are looking for how many candies are there at the in the beginning. Okay, so if we assume that, suppose n is the number of candies in the beginning, so what happens on day 1? Day 1, he gave half of the candies to her sister. He ate half of the candies. He ate these candies and he gave one to her sister. So how many candies are left? He had total n. He had eaten half of them and then he gave one to his sister. So he is left with, if you subtract n and n by 2, you'll get n by 2 and then you have a negative 1. So on day 1, this is the number of candies he is having. And on day 2, what he does, he had these candies, n by 2 minus 1. Then he ate half of them, so I am subtracting half of it. And then he gave one to his little sister. So he is having, you see, on day 2, he is having, you can see, n by 2 from here, and then you have n by 4 from here. So this is n by 2 minus n by 4, and then you have minus 1 from here, and then you have, you can see here, this is minus 1 and minus 1. So that's a plus 1 by 2 because of this 1 by 2. And then you have a minus 1 again. So if you just do some simplification here, you have to make the denominator same and then you have to perform your calculation. You'll get n by 4. And here you can see this is minus 2. This and this becomes minus 2 plus half. So that is minus 3 by 4. Okay, 3 by 2. So that is the story of day 2. Now day 3, what he does, again he is left with these many candies, n by 4 minus 3 by 2. He ate half of them and he gave one to his little sister. So you see what is happening. So he is having n by 4 and here it is n by 8. n by 4 minus n by 8. Then you collect your numbers. So you have minus 3 by 2 from here. Then you have minus half and minus 3 by 2. So minus half and minus 3 by 2. And then you have minus 1. So you have, on day 3, you have, if you compute it, you'll get n by 8. and this is minus 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4 minus 1. So you have n by 8 minus, if you do this, you'll get minus 3 by 4 minus 1 is equal to 0. So you get n by 8 minus, this will be minus 7 by 4 equals to 0. Okay, so from here, okay, this minus I have already put it here, so this is 7 by 4. So from here you can see, if I want to find n, that will be like this. So you can just bring 8 this side, so you have 7 into 8 by 4, so that gives you 14. So he had 14 candies in the beginning, okay. So you see, this is quite a simple problem. You have to do, like, you should be very good in your calculations, because you know in these competitions you cannot use calculator. So definitely we have to perform our calculations like here, everywhere. So you should be good at calculations, and little bit thinking is required. So I think we are good to go. So he had 14 candies in the beginning. So I have another problem from this competition, the same competition 2022. So here in this problem they are saying a palindrome is a number. So you can read here, a palindrome is a whole number whose digits are the same when read from left to right as from right to left. For example, 565, if I write it other way, 5 in the beginning, then 6 and then 5, I'll get the same number back. For example, 1 1 2 2 1 1. If I write it reverse, like in reverse order, so I'll get 1 1 2 2 1 1, same number. So this is a palindrome. For example, if I have 1 2 3 and if I write it in reverse order, 3 2 1, they are not same, so it is not a palindrome, okay. So now they are saying find the smallest 6-digit palindrome divisible by 12. So what is the question? Question is, find the smallest 6 digits palindrome which is divisible by 12, okay. So now if you look at this problem, can you think what should be your first step, like how we should like start this problem? Because you know there are students, they will say that okay, when somebody tells me the solution I can do it, but I really don't know like how should I start. Now you see, what should be your clue here? You are saying that the number is palindrome, so you should start with this, right? And it is 6 digits, so basically it has 6 digits, so you start writing the digits A B C, but because it is a palindrome, so it will be CBA, because when you write from here and then if you write from here, you should get the same number, right? So it means digit should be ABC CBA. So let us assume that our number looks like this, okay. So looks like this. Now you want your number to be divisible by 12. So you should know, the next thing you should know is what is the divisibility test by 12. So this is our step 1. Okay. Now step 2 is we should know what is divisibility test by like 12. Like if you want to check whether a number is divisible by 12 or not, what is your test? So you know the test. If you don't know, I will tell you. So a number is divisible by 12 if it is divisible by 3 and 4. A number is divisible by 12 if it is divisible by 3 and 4, right? So basically we want our number to be divisible by 3 and 4. So now for divisibility by 3, you should, what is a test? Sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. Right? For example, you see 27 is divisible by 3. If you sum, it is 9. 9 is in the 3, like 3 times 3 is 9. You see 33, its sum is 6, divisible by 3. 2, 4, 3, its sum is 9, divisible by 3. So that is a test for divisibility by 3. So here, the sum of the digits is a plus b plus c plus c plus b plus a. So we have a plus b plus c plus c plus b plus a should be divisible by 3. Right? So that gives you 2 times a plus b plus c should be divisible by 3. Divisible by 3. Right? So that gives you that 2 times a plus b plus c. Now if it is divisible by 3, that means it is either like it should be a multiple of 3. So it cannot be 3, right? Because 2 you have here. So you have this is equal to 6, or it is equal to 12, or it is equal to 18, and so on. So a plus b plus c can take the value 3 or 6 or 9 like this. Okay, so it can be 3, this value can be 3, or then it can be 6 also, then it can be 9 also, and so on. Right? Okay. Now for divisibility by 4. So now you should know what is the test for divisibility by 4. So the test for divisibility by 4 is the number formed by last 2 digits, should be divisible by 4. For example, if you look at this number 416, this is, if you just look at the last 2 digits, it is divisible by 4. So this number is divisible by 4. If you have number like this, just check the last 2 digits. If they are divisible by 4, like the number which is this number, this is 44, it's divisible by 4, the whole number is going to be divisible by 4. You can check it. If you try to divide it with 4, you'll get 4 3s are 12, and then you have 3 here, 0, then you have 4, 4 8s are 32, then you have 2 here, and then you have 5, 4 6 are 24, then you have 1 here, then you bring 4 from here, so that you have 4 3s are 12, then you have 2 here, you bring 4 from here, then you have 4 6 are 24. So now you see this number is divisible by 4. So you just check the last 2 digits. Now in our case we have A B C C B A. This is your number. If you look at the last 2 digits, so you have BA. So we want this number is actually 10 times B plus A should be divisible by 4. Should be divisible by 4. So that's your that's what you are looking for. So we have 10B plus A should be a multiple of 4. Right? So what we get that ABC CBA, this is our number. Okay, we want smallest such number such that A plus B plus C is equal to 3, 6 or 9 and so on. There are so many choices, but we'll see how we can do this. 10B plus A should be a multiple of 4, so it's 4, 8, 12 and so on. Okay, now you see we want we want this to be 4. So if you want, because we are looking for smallest number, so we'll work with smallest digits first. So 10B plus A should be 4. So it cannot be 1, right? Because if it is 1, this is an even number, this will be an odd number. So that will give you an odd number. So A cannot be 1. A cannot be 1 from here. Right, this part should be clear. Why A cannot be 1? A cannot be 1 because if A is 1, then because this number here is a multiple of 10, that's an even number. So that gives you left side as an odd number, but we know that 4 is an even number. So A cannot be 1. So A should be greater than or equal to 2. If I take A2, if I take A equal to 2, then you see you have 10B plus 2 is equal to 4, like multiple of 4, not 4, multiple of 4. right? Obviously this is 10 times something, so we cannot start with 4, right? So we will start with, let me just write it more carefully, we'll start with 12, because you want this to be a multiple of 4. So a multiple of 4 which is more than 10 is 12, like, okay. So this should be 12, so that gives you b equal to 1. So if I choose a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1, then I want a plus b plus c should be 0, 3 should be 3. So that gives me a is 2, b is 1, c I don't know is 3. So that gives me c equal to 0. So I got all my digits a, b and c. So my number becomes, therefore my palindrome number is 210012. So that's our answer. Now you see, if you look at this problem, so it's not very simple, because you know what it involves. It involves that you should know, like they already told us that what is a palindrome number, but sometimes they may not tell you that. Then you should know what is divisibility by 3 test. So you should know your divisibility test. Then you should know what is the divisibility by 4 test. And then you have to perform all these calculations. So at the end you get your beautiful number, which is a palindrome number, which is divisible by 12, and this is smallest such number. Thank you for watching. Keep supporting, and like subscribe to this channel for more such videos, and happy learning.